Well, 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 it's that time again. Woo-wee! Welcome. This is Abdul Shabazz. This is some real change stock options trading journey. And today, January the 8th, we are so grateful to be back in the building. The usual suspects are in the building as they come. Welcome in, Champ Prince is in the building. Dr. J is in the building. Aaron is in the building. Dolph is in the building. Yes, sir. So excited on this Monday. Good morning. GM stands for Get Money. Woo! There's no other place I'd rather be than right here, right now, with you, trading the S&P 500. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. As we begin today, staying focused, being patient. Profits are to be found every day. We don't have to force a trade. No trade is okay with us. Discipline is everything. It is our discipline that makes us money. It is our ability to follow our rules that make us money. It is patience that makes us money. Woo! I waited 2 days for this. We waited 2 days for this. And we still have to hurry up and wait some more. Brian is in the building. The usual suspects have appeared. My teammates, my accomplices, and taking from the spy as we get ready to begin this morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's make today a great day. The main objective for today, guys, is to make today the best trading day we've ever had. And that does not necessarily only mean P&L. That means discipline. That means execution. That means profit taking. Let's make today our best day ever. I am myself
Bluetooth disconnected.
being tempted because I want to take a call here at the 469. I do have that. Let me share my plans with you guys. Okay. I want to take a call. I want to get in at 469. Take that possibly to the 469.3, but more importantly, I want to take it to the 470.2. that is what I would like to do this morning. That's this area here, the 470.2, and then the 470.9. Change that. $470.2. And this is the 470.9. Okay, these plans have been adjusted. I want to get in at the 469, take that to the 470.2, and then to the 470.9. However, I didn't expect the market to reach my area so soon. But it is one of my rules not to trade before 10 o'clock. So this is a perfect example, guys, of me giving right to my rule over the trade. It is more important for me to follow my rules than it is to take the trade. There will be plenty of trades available, but breaking a rule can be disastrous, even if you're profitable, because you have now allowed yourself the room mentally to think that it's okay, and it's not. So I much rather miss a trade than break a rule. You do understand where the pressure is coming from. I went on ahead and highlighted that here to the left. These are the bears that are potentially getting squeezed with a close above this area, and then a continuation candle from the 469 that will squeeze these bears and potentially run into the next set of bears that could potentially be squeezed. Also, right now, this is where the power is within this bears and these bears. We do see the liquidity being built. So even if I don't take this trade right now, I still called it out. Oh, I'm sick. Yes, I'm sick, but the discipline is everything. The discipline is everything. You should be. I'm glad somebody. I'm trading vicariously through you, Prince. Please be careful. Please be careful. You know, the first 5 minutes, very volatile. First 15 minutes can trick you, but there definitely was a clear area that even I myself wanted to get in and be in a call and would be, except before 10 o'clock. So I root on, as well as you all root on our teammate Prince as he tackles the market this morning. Still looking good, Prince. We know that the first 5 minutes are extremely volatile. The first 15 minutes can trick you, but this is still looking good. Let me tell you why it's having a little bit of resistance right here. You can see I do have a resistance line here. Prince at the 469.3, and that is also running right into the top of the green algo as well, attempting to break out of that green algo. We've been in this range, in this downtrend, okay, for all of last week. Couple great bullish opportunities, but ultimately they were used as liquidity. And right now, you can see the price is at the roof of this algo. So Prince teammate, I would advise you to size down a little bit, or if you're comfortable with your position, buckle up for a ride, buddy. There's much smooth sailing when we reach and break through potentially the outside of this algo, and that also coincides right now with this resistance area. As we know, as I indicated, there are bears still in the building, and they have power, and they're exercising their power in this area. Now, we would have loved to have seen a very strong continuation candle break right through resistance and keep on going. However, we have a battle going on instead. So even though our dear teammate Prince is still in the money, this is not easy money that's being made currently. Especially with the presence of this upper tail, it is definitely letting us know that the bears are defending out the gate the 469.3 area, and these are the bears that are doing it, combined with these bears that completely don't want to stop out. So right here in the middle, there's a little bit of pressure from the bears in this very large bearish candle who don't want to get squeezed. And this move at the 469 was anticipation of them getting squeezed. But they're holding on, and they're being supported right now, if you look a little further left, from these bears who don't want to be in the same trouble that these bears are in right now currently. So they're kind of assisting them. But nonetheless, if the squeeze does happen, we will see a very nice size green candle. I'll look for it on the break of this resistance. A nice size profit taking green candle. I commend our teammate Prince for holding on for that roller coaster. Hopefully, the stock price will break through this 469.3, and then the squeeze will be on. A very nice size green candle should allow our teammate to take profits if the price can get above resistance. Very early Monday morning, the bears are making their presence known, and that's why I have up Friday's chart, just in case you want to know where are they. Well, here they are, here and here, highlighted for you, showing you that even though we're green for today, which means we're starting off green for the week, the bears are still in control. And here they are. This yellow line up here represented pre-market high. Good job, Prince. Good job. Good job, Prince. Good job. And we can even see, Prince, on the algo, how I got right to that line and rejected it. Let me blow it up just a little bit, stretch it out. Got right up to it. Okay. So it's still letting us know with that, okay, that the bearish trend as of now is still intact. But there are safer puts that I would like to see. And in the safer put area, I like to see it here. I like to see it there. What's that around that 466 area? That's where I would get in for a safe put. With the continuation of the trend, and then I would also force and liquidate these bulls here to be used to go down further if that happens. Who knows? No one knows what the market is going to do. All we can do is plan. I kind of like this. I think I might get in this call with you this time, teammate.
Bluetooth connected.
Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Thinking about it, Prince. Thinking about it. Yeah, I like to see a close above this resistance and then a continuation candle. Good call, Brian. Good one. Nice one, Brian. Brian said he got 24% off that rejection. Awesome. And the fact that the bears are fighting so hard here is really a good indication of their covering with new bulls. But definitely potentially this is the beauty about waiting, and that's why I love waiting, because the longer we wait, we're able to pick the chart apart. And that's why I have as a rule not to trade before 10 o'clock. It's just so much easier that way. See the area. Now wait for the opportunity. Nothing like patience. Of course, Aaron is in the building. Good morning, Aaron. There is a trade in this area if you would like to take it. But I would like to see a close above this area and then a continuation candle to me that would ignite complete bear covering here and even some bears here potentially, but they are fighting and defending this 469.3. And that's even more proof that on the other side of it are stops. Stop loss triggers that will push the price higher if they get to it. Absolutely love waiting. Patience trading is waiting and waiting is trading. Allowing the market to tell us more. Showing you I did that. Look here on the line chart. There is a left shoulder pre-market. The longer we go, I will then invalidate it. But right now, I don't want to. I still want to acknowledge it because we still have the ability to come down, create a right shoulder, and potentially see lower prices. If that does happen, I am interested in a 469 put. Looking again in 468.2 potentially. But again, in absolutely no hurry. I'm not trying to enforce my will upon the market. I'm allowing the market to develop, allowing the market to show us what it wants to do. And we will then just absolutely participate in whatever direction we see the market is going. And we will enter in the areas of trouble. This area, not only is it an area of liquidation, guys, but it's also an area where the stock will go from green to red on the daily. That in itself could produce a nice profit-taking opportunity. So a lot is going on right here at this area. 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Less than 2 minutes on this 5-minute candle remain. And as you know, we are not entertained because you open the door and look in. We're much more concerned with you closing the door behind you. And in this case, that means we are interested in the stock price closing above this resistance level and then beginning a new 5-minute continuation candle. Also, that would be a continuation candle on the 30-minute as well, giving us multiple time frames to look at. Green on the daily, green on the 30-minute, green on the 5-minute. Combined is a very strong bullish indication. Knowing that there was a trade in this area is one thing. Waiting for a safe entry is another. Allowing yourself to be dazzled by the movement of the stock could potentially, if you get trapped, could potentially trap you if you don't wait for the candle to close. Can't avoid that happening. It's gonna happen. But safety is most important. I repeat, safety is of the most importance. Right now, again, I choose to be safe. It does appear that these bears have been squeezed, but right above them is another set of bears that has a very bearish presence in the 470 area. This is also why I did not chase. This is also why it's important to allow the candle to close. Because as of now, this 469.4 is acting as a magnet. Give yourself a round of applause for staying safe. Not allowing yourselves to feel like you've missed out. Not allowing yourselves to feel like you've missed a trade. Absolutely not. There's no such thing.
Bluetooth disconnected.
All we can do is become more prepared. All the market can do is reveal more of itself to us. We're accustomed to this. I want to give it up to myself for reaching a 10 o'clock hour and not taking a trade. Yes, I wanted to take a call in this area, but there was no safe place to take the call. Simply just because the price had reached that area, that was not the confirmation I needed. It kept wicking. It kept showing and revealing the presence of the bears at the 469.4 area. I said I would like to see a close above this area, a close above the 469.4, and then a continuation candle. We did not get that. We finally got trading above the 469.4 within the same 5-minute candle. But that candle had a lot of back and forth. And then at the last minute, it went up to the 469.3 only to come back down. So this was not confirmation of an entry point. Knowing that a trade was in this area, I still did not have a safe entry. So no trade was taken. And I'm okay with that.
Bluetooth connected. Bluetooth disconnected.
I don't want to be teased. I see the overhead resistance. I realize they are now in the area of this bearish candle. So that doesn't give me enough confidence to enter a call right here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Redoing my call plans. I'd like to see a close above the 470.2 with a continuation candle. So I just readjusted my profit target on the call. I'm gonna share that with you guys real quick. Looking at it also for the week. Alrighty. So I've readjusted the call. Want to look at possibly getting in once we get over this resistance area. Looking at the 470.4, I'd like to take that to the 471 if that does happen. Because if that does happen, that will mean that these bears right here are getting squeezed. Right now, they're acting very defensively and doing what bears do. Stand up and fight, strike down. And that is what's happening, which is why I did not mention getting in a call right now, because we still clearly haven't seen the path to the easy money. And you know, that is the only path that we like to take. Shout out to the usual suspects that are in the building. Drip is in the building. Pizza Hands is in the building. Want to give it up to Dolph, who's in the building. Thank you, Dolph, for tuning in. We appreciate you. We're just being patient, waiting to get to this money. Waiting for this market to reveal itself. Allowing the market to do what it does. And it is doing it. You can now even see on the 30-minute chart. Let's go to the 30-minute chart right now. In this bottom right-hand corner. Even at, the 10 o'clock hour, we really didn't get the continuation that we thought. The candle initially started off red, but we can see that the bulls did definitely step back in, indicated by this tail that they bought up these lower prices. And even as we speak right now, the bears are coming back in, showing indecisiveness at this moment. So guys, the best place to be is on the sideline. Let the bullies fight. We will remain on the sideline, see who takes the edge, and then get in based upon their pain. Where they cover at is where we will attack. Right now, understanding what's going on is more important than anything, and that is that even though we have a green candle for today, the bears are very much still momentarily in charge. So we can look for a point where the bears might feel a little bit of pain, and we've determined that area to be a close above the 470.2 area would be a safe place to take a call. This would be your liquidity. This absolutely would be your liquidity. I want to see the range on this candle is 84 cents. So with an 84-cent stock price, that's about a good 40-cent profit on the option price. If it gets to that area, we'll just be patient, wait and see. Thank you, Dr. J, for reminding everyone. If you haven't already, please give us a like. Thank you so much. And it'd be a great time for me to also give a shout out to our sponsor, T-Shirt for Traders. Thank you, T-Shirt for Traders. You're a trader, right? Then look like one. Thank you so much again. T-shirtfortraders.co. Again, that's T-shirtfortraders.co. Also would like to identify a potential put area with the price closing below the 468.6 area with a continuation candle would be an absolutely wonderful put. So for now, we've went ahead and identified the two areas that a potential trade may be in. Let me go ahead and highlight that. I would like to use a 469 put, get in around the 468.6 area, which is where this arrow is. My first profit target would be 467.8, which is here. Second profit target would be support of 467.2 if that happens. And would like to show you who that will be courtesy of these bulls. That put would be courtesy of those bulls. Those bulls squeezing to take us right to that profit target area with a very safe put. Not only that, the stock price would then also be under VWAP. And as you know, as the stock price trades above VWAP, has a tendency to have more of a bullish sentiment. But once the stock price starts trading below VWAP, it has the tendency to have more of a bearish sentiment. So now it's just a matter of waiting. We have identified both areas of pain. The area of pain for the bears takes place at the 470.2 area and above. The area of pain for the bulls take place below the 468.6 area with a continuation candle. Now it is simply us to wait. It is simply time for us to wait. I'm gonna go ahead, step away, and go get a cuppa as we wait for the area. We're in sniper mode right now. Does everybody understand the breakdown? Does everybody understand we are in sniper mode? How we have arrived at these two areas for potential trades is very important. And if anyone does not understand, let me know and I will explain again. But if you do understand, get your call potentially ready. Get your put potentially ready. There will be a trade in this area. We simply have to wait for proper execution. But this is what we've waited for. The market to reveal itself, to let us know what it is doing, what it is thinking, but more importantly, the areas of fear and greed. Where greed turns into fear is where we want to be. When bulls and bears turn into hogs and sheep is where we want to be. Now it is just up for us to be patient. We've identified the areas. Sit back like trained professional traders that we are and be patient. I'll be right back as I step away to get a cuppa. We have reached the 10:30 candle. I am poised, looking for a trade in this area, but I understand what is going on here. The bulls from this morning would have to be joined with some more new money bulls to push this price. Trade is here, just waiting for the entry. I want to see a close above it, and then a confirmation candle. A lot of time left in this candle. A lot of time left in this candle. Again, not allowing the market trading at our area to seduce us to getting in too early. As we see more and more the importance of patience. A little less than 30 seconds in this candle. I want to be looking for the potential continuation candle. Potentially. Haha. Nice move, Brian. Brian said he sniped that pullback. Where did you get in, Brian? At the 470.4? Was that your area, Brian? Four candles back when the bull started buying it up. So you were in a call, Brian? On this run up right here. It definitely was an opportunity. We will continue to be safe, guys. There was a trade here in this 5-minute candle call here. With the break of a new high over the most recent 5-minute red candle. It was. I apologize. I wasn't at my computer. Yep. Trade.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
It's Monday, guys. We're going to take our time. There's no need to rush it. Great things happen when we take our time.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Again, allowing the market to do what it does. So all we can do is show up, analyze what the market is presenting to us, create a plan of attack in certain areas,
Bluetooth connected.
I just got in a call.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Went ahead and got out of that position. Not doing what I wanted. So you heard me get out of it for a paper cut. New to the group, can someone route me to the video link of Tube Formula? Thanks in advance. I don't quite understand the question. But thank you for joining us. very interesting to see if we put in a lower high.
Bluetooth connected.
Does. It does, Brian, and I do have a 471 put pulled up that I would like to potentially execute in this area. The 470.1 area. I want to give it about 2 more minutes also, Brian, and everyone else, as we will go into the 11 o'clock candle. So, don't want to be the first person out of the plane. We want to be the third person out of plane. To have reinforcements. Yeah, I like it too, the exit of VWAP. Yep, that's what I was doing. Seeing how far down it is. So from where I would like to get in to the area that I think it would come down to is about 60 cents on the option price. So with that 60 cent, that lets me know that if I shoot for maybe a 22 cent profit target with the option chain, that should be very feasible, especially with momentum picking up. If it gets below the 469.95. What does everybody else think? I like it, Brian. We have reached the 11 o'clock hour, but I am not going. Staying here with you guys to potentially execute this trade that is setting itself up right now at the 11 o'clock hour. That's why it's so important for us to allow candles to close, so we're not the first person out of the plane, but rather we're the third person out of the plane, only leaving with confirmation. I now want to give myself even more confirmation. And again, keep in mind, if you choose to short above VWAP, you do have to cover above VWAP as well. I want to be extra safe here. You have to be extra safe here. In fact, Brian, because I want to be safe. I kind of want to wait for the bulls to respond. I feel we need the bulls to respond. I feel the safe entry is below the 469.97 area. So I'm going to wait to hear Brian and everybody else. What do you think? What are you guys thinking about an entry? Which is why I always recommend to wait for the candle to close. And what we want would have been the continuation candle. 467.9. You like 467 9 for what, Dr. J? 467 9 is in this area. 469 7. Dr. J says she likes 469 7 right above VWAP. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the Bulls respond. I wanted to see the Bulls respond first. I wanted to see a very clear lower high defined by a 5-minute green candle. And we still have some time left on this 5-minute candle. If you guys have to leave, thank you for tuning in. I know we're going a little bit past our time, but I do appreciate you guys being here in attendance. Look for the end of day recap. And look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. Same time, same channel, same stock. For those of you who have a little bit more time on your hands, I am going to continue to allow the feed to play. That's okay with you guys. Seems like this area that I want to get in is being defended. Understandably so. The attempted target are these bulls in this candle, in that 1030 candle. The intended target are these bulls in this 1030 candle, picking an area that they would have to cover. That would also include these bulls and these bulls as well. Believing the stock could possibly go through VWAP. Not just to it, but through it, all the way to support at the 469.3 area. Thank you guys for the hearts. If you don't mind hitting the like button, greatly appreciate it. To those of you who are new, you can find the playbook in the link in the bio, absolutely free. We welcome your thoughts, your suggestions, your ideas. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a guru. Water, please. Libation. I'm just your teammate who is serious about changing his life and the life of those around me through the SPY. Dedicated to finding areas where profits are. Don't charge anything, just ask for likes. No, it's over there, over there. And the longer we take our time with the SPY, the more it will reveal to us to show us the areas where great trading could possibly be. We thank you guys for staying tuned in with us. Those of you who are still on, give another quick shout out to T-Shirt for Traders. Thank God it's Monday. Thank you, T-Shirt for Traders, for sponsoring us. Thank you, Kendrick, for asking, and thank you for joining us. I'm gonna go right here to this right here, Kendrick, and show you exactly what I'm using. I'm using VWAP with a -2 and a +2 deviation. Then what I did was I went into it and I changed my VWAP to yellow. I made my positive deviation, my negative deviation red, and my positive deviation green. And that's how it lies here on this chart here, which is the 5-minute chart that we use. Now on my daily chart, I do have a little bit more indicators. However, currently they have no relevance right now because we're trading intraday. So I'm more concerned with the stock price trading above VWAP, and with this -2 deviation, it itself acts as a resistance, and so does +2, as you see the stock price bouncing off of it and above coming down from it. Completely 100% transparent. Thank you for that question, Kendrick, and thank you for joining us. We normally go every day from 9:25 to 11. We normally like to stop at 11, but the stock price was so close at the moment, at that time, to an area of interest that I decided to elongate the live. Those who could no longer be a part, we bid them adieu and look forward to seeing them in the morning, inshallah, God willing. But I wanted to keep the live going just in case the trade presented itself to us. What city or state are you tuning in from, Kendrick? If you don't mind me asking, I myself am broadcasting live from Virginia, otherwise known as the Hampton Roads area, otherwise known as the 757. A lot of famous colleges are around me, beginning with Hampton University, HBCU, as well as Virginia Wesleyan, Christopher Newport, and Norfolk State. This is the general area that I'm broadcasting in. Also home to one of the largest naval bases in America. NOB. Right across the water, we have Langley, CIA headquarters. Very mild temperature here today in Virginia. It's approximately in the 50s today. Maryland, awesome. I used to live in Montgomery County, Maryland. I used to live in Rockville, Maryland. Oh, Montgomery County. Immaculate trims and cuts. Lawn moving. All right. Thank you for joining us from St. Louis. Is in the building. St. Louis was a neighbor of mine. Kind of, sort of. In my childhood, I grew up in Chicago. So a lot of people from Chicago would love to go to St. Louis for vacation and to get away. Being an avid bowler myself, I love the bowling alleys there in St. Louis. But thank you for joining us. As I was explaining to Kendrick, we're normally not on this time. We normally end the broadcast at 11. But I do invite you to subscribe so that you'll get notified when we come on at 9:25. And at that time, we go ahead and take a look at the market and see exactly what the market is doing. We indicate who is in control for the day. It's a little too early to see who's in control for the week, but we like to see who's in control for the day. We come to the market, guys, with no bias whatsoever. We're not a bull. We are not a bear. We are observers. What's going on? Where is it going on at? And why is it going on? Then what we do is identify areas of pain. There's certain things that happen about areas of pain that are equal for both bulls and bears. When they hit an area of pain, they have to cover. So I'm saying to myself, if I was a bull, where on this chart would I probably start to take some profits off? I've had a great morning. I survived the roller coaster. We still climbed. We're gaining back from the bottom prices of last week. Okay? So now it seems that we've kind of hit an area of where last week bears, okay, are kind of reinforcing themselves and putting up a defense in this area. So price really hasn't been able to get much higher here for the past 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. See, we've topped out at the 470.69. Let's go ahead and highlight that. That's what we've topped out at currently. And now from this area, you can see bears coming in very aggressively. Nice size candles. So now there's a tug of war going on in this area between the bulls and the bears. See, the bulls want the price to go higher. But in order for the price to go higher, it needs liquidity. That liquidity can be provided by these bears, meaning if they have to cover, because bear covering is buying, and that will take the price higher. So if I wanted to take a call, it would be above this area, because above this area, meaning specifically, let's talk in numbers, the 470.8. will be above that area. And I don't like to talk numbers directly because we like to choose an area. Nothing is exact in the market. It's an area of interest, an area of stop, an area of a profit target. Okay. So the area of entry would be around the area of the 470.8, because that would mean that these recent bears here would get squeezed. Now, let's think about these bears. These bears said, okay, this price has gone high enough today. Let's come in with some real strong selling pressure to see if we can't continue to push this price back down closer to VWAP. So if you were a bear and your money was tied up in this put, if you were going short here, where would you cover at? Ask yourself that. Where would you cover at? If I was short in this candle here, I'm still making money. Even with the price trading now, I don't have as much profits, but I'm still in money. I'm thinking long term. Where would I cover if I put my money on the bears? Well, to me, that area would be right here. So if bears have to cover and their covering is buying, that's going to shoot that price up. So that's the concept. I'm not talking about on this particular trade because we have another overhead resistance of 471. I'm explaining the system that we have, otherwise known as who's in trouble. Who's in trouble? If you were a bear, where would you be in trouble at? Your covering is where I want to get in. Bear's covering is buying. I want to join in on that buying and become a new bull as prices go higher, as you bears get squeezed. Now, let's flip it around. If you were a bull, where on this chart would you say, you know what? I appreciate the monies that I've made today. I don't want to give it all up. We're not looking all the way down here just yet. Where's another area that the bulls might be interested in taking profits? Well, very safely, that area would be under VWAP. Absolutely. It would be under VWAP because in this case, the stock price trading underneath VWAP has a tendency to have more of a bearish sentiment, as now it trading above VWAP, having much more of a bullish sentiment. Not only that, let's think about where are the power bulls. Let's indicate them. Let's show them as well. Here they are. Power bulls. So in order to take a put, you would have to ask yourself, where would these guys cover? If your money was in this candle, where would you cover at? Where would you cover at? Where would you cover at? And it is in that area that we lay in wait to join the bulls when they cover, which is selling, and become a bear as the price goes lower. So once we identify these areas, we then lay in wait for the price to come into that area and then present us with a very clear, safe entry opportunity. And when it does, we execute. We don't execute, and this is the most important part, we don't execute because we think the trade is going to be correct, going in our way, is going to be profitable. We don't execute a trade because we think it's going to be profitable. I repeat. Did he just? Yes, I said that. We do not take a trade because we think the trade is going to be profitable. It's so important to understand. We take a trade
Bluetooth disconnected.
because a certain setup has presented itself, because a certain set of criteria have been met. No one knows what is going to happen in the future with the market. If they told you they know what's going to happen, they would be lying. No one knows. All we know is what has happened in the past to use as a guide. We formulate a plan. We have a certain set of criteria that has to be met. And when a setup is present and criteria is met, it is our duty, obligation, and responsibility to take the trade. Not knowing whether it's going to be a winner or a loser. That's why we have risk management. We now put ourselves in the same position. Where in this trade would I be wrong at? I determine that distance. If it's a risk that is conducive to my account, so be it. If it's a little too much, then I reduce my size. But we still identify the area where we would be wrong, and we adjust our size accordingly. We don't move the area. We adjust our size to fit into the area. And then we're patient. No trading setup has a 100% win rate. So you don't know if this particular trade, even based on your setup, even with the criteria, you don't know. Even with us with an 80% win rate, mashallah, you don't know if this is going to be one of the 2 out of the 10 that's not going to work. So you don't take the trade thinking that this is going to be one of the 8 out of the 10. Because if you thought this was going to be one of the 2 out of the 10, you wouldn't take the trade. But what makes the percentage is the fact that you take all 10 trades. You take the trades when they present themselves, regardless of the outcome. Your risk management protects you if you're wrong. Your risk management allows you to be wrong 2 out of the 10 times and still be a very significant profitable trader. So we identify areas and then we wait. And now I want to identify the fact that the market volume is starting to slow down a little bit. We're starting to get very small size candles. As I bring in another chart to show you the volume, you can see a huge difference from this morning as the volume is dying down. This is an indicator to me that as the market makers, the big banks, the institutions, the algo operators, as they have now preparing themselves to go to lunch, it's probably time for us to do the same. Come back and reevaluate, potentially look at the 1 o'clock candle. What will the 1 o'clock candle look like? Will we have a continuation? Let's go to the 30-minute candle now. So important. Let's talk about the 30-minute candle. On our 30-minute candle, what could possibly be happening now? On the 30-minute candle, this is how we get safe. And before I get off, I want to call out an area of interest that I myself will be taking a trade. If the stock price can successfully reach below the 470, and I want to go ahead and put an alarm here at the 469.99 below. if the stock price can reach below the 470, I will be interested in taking a put back down to the 469.33, the closest area of support, maybe beyond. Maybe beyond. Definitely to this area, because we do have some hidden bulls here, as you can tell by these lower tails. These lower tails indicate bullish action, where the bulls found these lower prices very attractive and bought them up, clearly showing the bull strength for today. That's exactly what these bottom tails represent. These bottom tails represent where the bears got the price down, but the bulls looked at this as an opportunity to buy more, and that's what they've done. You can also see from above a little bit better explanation on the 30-minute chart, guys, of what I mentioned before, that there are bears, heavy bears, beneath the 471. What are the indicators? These top wicks, bearish selling pressure. These top wicks, bearish selling pressure. Even today, the same area, bearish selling pressure, which is why I said, well, if we were a bear, where would we be interested in covering at? Where would we cover at? It would be no other place than above this 470.8 area. That would be forcing these bears and all the other hidden bears to cover. And bears covering is buying. That will cause the price to go up potentially. So I'm going to also put an alarm here as well at the 470.77. Put an alarm there. So look, to potentially take a call above that. But keep in mind, we do have resistance at the 471. So no, I will not be doing it. Let's go a little bit higher than that to get extra safe. Extra safe would be if we got over the 471. That would be extra safe. Aha! Okay, thank you, Brian. 471.7. Brian said the 471.7. Okay, I like that too. It's just extra safe. We do see that here, Brian, at that 471, if we look left, that if we are able to trade above it, we do have an example of bulls coming in with some more money and getting very aggressive in this area. We want to keep that in mind as well, but I definitely agree with moving our risk area of entry safely above the 471. Absolutely. That's not to say for you daredevils that there's not a trade here, because it is. But the risk to reward is not great. And more importantly, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am just your teammate who is identifying what is going on as we call it out. The bell is indicating that it is now time for the Bears to come to work. It's like a fire alarm where the Bears have to come and save their positions. That is what's happening now. Again, that was a 30-minute chart. Love looking at the 30-minute chart. The further we back up, the safer it is for us to determine a very safe entry and a safe profit taking area. Keep in mind, she's green on the daily, green on 30-minute chart. You have a double top on the 5-minute chart. And very heavy bearish presence in this area. So guys, what I'm probably going to do is let the live just go ahead and run. I myself probably step away from mission control here, my control center, fall back to the lounge area here in the office where I have it up on the big screen, waiting for the trade. I don't want to keep my eyes glued to the screen. When you keep your eyes glued to the screen, you will see something that is not there. Back away, be patient, allow the market to develop, allow your trade to come to you. Again, right now, we do see a double top. Taking place right now. This is intraday supply. So important to take a look at history. So important to take a look at history. As I step back, you can clearly see now the area of the Bulls. I'm sorry, the Bears. You can clearly see the Bear dominant territory as we go back and look over several days and see that at this area that the Bears have stepped in and take the price all the way from the 470.9 all the way back down to the 469.3. Will that happen again today? No one knows. No one knows. So we do see why I said above this area, even though there is a call, I wouldn't take it because of the immediate resistance of the 471. And even though we have gotten through it with some pricing, we have not gotten over it with a complete candle close. That is also why I would be excited to see a complete candle close above this area and then possibly take a call as we see here. When that took place the last time. What a nice call. But there was liquidity to be able to make this happen. I definitely hope, let me see, Brian says sure look like a drop is on the way. And ITMC says hope the Bears are not hibernating. Absolutely. Immaculate Trims, I agree with you. Brian, I sure hope so too. We make money both ways, but put some more fun. We have to admit, puts are a little bit more fun. Reason being, stocks go up like stairs and comes down like an elevator. Stocks go up like stairs and come down like an elevator. Dr. J said, like the saying goes, blondes have more fun. So I guess that would say puts have more fun. We have to send a message to T-shirt for traders to get a shirt that says puts have more fun. I would like to see that. Speaking of T-shirts for traders, thank you for sponsoring us. Thank you for being in the building. And let us not forget, as we look at T-shirts for traders site real quick, the first thing that popped up was Do It Like Munger. Everyone gives so much credit to the great Bill Gates, but let's not forget his partner, Charlie Munger. It was Charlie Munger who said, "You can win simply by not being stupid. You can win by simply trading not to lose, not making more mistakes than the next guy. Focus on making the least amount of mistakes, just as you focus on capitalizing on great plays, great trades. Make sure your fundamentals are sound. Make sure your mental is sound. Make sure your emotionals are sound. Make sure that you show up better than you did the day before." Ladies and gentlemen, do it like Munger. And there's that area that we said the call would be in, but we do have that overhead resistance right above it. We would absolutely just love to see a close above this area, and then continuation candle.
Bluetooth connected.
As I get my gun ready for this fight. Chosen a 470 call, but we've reached the 12 o'clock hour, and she stopped right at resistance. So we'll definitely have to see a close above the 471, and then continuation candle. And this is why we allow the candles to close. fingers on the trigger as I'm getting into position. Go ahead and lighten my load just a little bit. Don't like what I see, getting out. Love that super fast execution. Thank you. That is what is important. So now what I want to do is realize that as we go back and talk about, okay, the bulls are not giving it up. What happened. We wanted to see that. We got the candle to go above the 471. We even got the close above the 471. Initially, we did have the continuation. As the candle turned and went red, I immediately got out. No hesitation, no procrastination. So to be specific, I took a 5 cents loss on this trade. Cannot deny the bear's presence indicated by these upper wicks. So now I'm more interested in seeing what happens around the 1 o'clock candle time. Gotta get good like that. Yes, sir. I was a terrible loser as well. A lot of people think that you're supposed to come out the gate and immediately make profits. That is not the case. You're supposed to come out of the gate and learn how to lose well. Learning how to lose well means having defined areas, not going on or going outside those defined areas. Having a rule even based on your losses, knowing when to say when.
Bluetooth disconnected.
But guys, I don't want to keep dragging this live out. Definitely want to come back and look around the 1 o'clock candle time. Before I go, I do want to indicate that I am interested in a put below the 470 area. as I have indicated here. I'd like to take a 471 put, get in around the 470. Okay, change it around the 470 area, and take that down to the 469.3 potentially. Will that happen? We do not know, but we will stand by and be ready. I want to thank you guys for joining us today, as we actually went a little bit longer than an hour over time, but I do appreciate your time, your attention, and your commitment to the team. This is Abdul Shabazz for some Real Change Stock Options Trading Journey, signing off for today. Look back this evening around 5 o'clock for the recap, as I hope to have that done and posted by then. Thanks for coming out. God bless you. Bye for now.